I'd like to share some words of Torah with you about this week's Parshat Chukat. The Parsha opens with the Parah Aduma, the red cow, or what's commonly referred to as the red heifer. The cow which, when burned, the ashes added to water, the whole process is done, and the Kohanim sprinkle people that have come into contact with a dead body, thus making them spiritually pure, whereas before they had been in a state of tumah, spiritual impurity. Strangely enough, the Kohen, who is making everybody going from a state of being impure to being pure, he goes from a state of purity to being impure. And this is a conundrum. It's what Shlomo HaMelech, King Solomon, says about Rechoko hi mimeni. It's too distant from me. I, who have more wisdom than anybody else who's ever been born. This is beyond me. I don't understand it at all. It's a chok, it's a decree. And Rashi points out that sometimes it'll be our inclination, our Yetzer Hara, or the Umos Olam, or the people of the world will come to us and say, what are you doing? What you're doing makes no sense. I don't understand what it is that you're doing. And we say, Gzeirah min Hashemayim, this is what Hashem wants us to do, and our desire is to fulfill God's will. So in learning this Rashi with a chavrusa of mine this week, he asked me the following question, which is about chukim in general, but specific to karbanos, to the sacrifice of animals. And he says, I don't understand. Does God really want us to kill animals in his service? And this is a question which is you might say a Bay Area question. You might say it's a modern question, but the truth is it's a good question, because after all, it seems on the surface for the modern mind something hard for us to grasp. And the truth is, it is a chok. The Rambam, and I think I may have mentioned this in a video at the beginning of Sefer Vayikra, the Rambam speaks about the nature of the chok, of the karban. That the bottom line is, we can speculate as to why Hashem wants us to bring a sacrifice. The bottom line is, it's a chok, it's a gzeirah, it's a decree, Hashem wants us to do it, and therefore we do it. But I explained to him as follows. And the truth is, this is a whole shir, but I'll give you a sampling of it, something to think about, something to consider. When you think about the way the world was constructed, even the order of creation, man is created last. First the heavens are created, then the planet is created, then the things upon the planet, then the animals, and then finally, humanity. Why is that? Because in Jewish philosophy there are 4 levels of being, of existence. There is domain, tzomeach, chai, and medaber. Domain is the inanimate, the earth, the land. Upon the land lives tzomeach, the grasses, the trees, the bushes, the greens. The greens need the earth. They get their nutrition from the earth. The earth supports the tzomeach, the greenery. Then comes the chai, the living animal, the animal which has a level of soul. It has some level of being. It's animate. It can move around. It can fly. It can travel. It can swim. It moves around. That is supported and sustained by the vegetation. The vegetation is sustained by the earth. Therefore, the earth is in support of the vegetation. The earth and the vegetation are in support of the animal kingdom. And on top of that is Homo sapien, is humanity. We're not just another animal, equal, on the same plane as the animals. We're a level above. And therefore, when you think about it, the animals support us. Nowadays, it's not as relevant because nowadays we use tractors to plow our land. We use cars to get from one place to another. But if you think about it in the olden days, when they used a cow, or they used a bull, or they used oxen to plow their land, they used a horse to get from one place to another. The animal kingdom is meant to be created in support of humanity, and that's why humanity is created last. They're the pinnacle of creation. This is true on a biological level, it's true on a physiological level, it's true on an earthly level, that all the levels of creation are there in support of mankind. But when you consider this, it's not just true on that level, it's true even on a spiritual level as well. These things are meant to support us. The animal kingdom is meant to support us. And therefore, in a certain sense, without understanding why and how exactly, but Hashem says, I want you to bring animals as sacrifices to me. And that's what they're created for. So does God want us to kill animals for his sake? It's kind of a rough way to say it. When you think about it, the animal kingdom is here in support of humanity. With that, I want to wish you a good Shabbos, a Shabbat Shalom. Because what is the significance of the animal being in support? What's the significance of humanity being on the top of the hierarchy. What does that mean to you? What does that mean to me? What does it make us?